folks, it's Sarah with Obadiah's, and today I am going to do a first burn in the Drolet Deco II EPA Wood Stove. So that is this guy right here. This is going to be a contemporary styled wood stove with nice square lines as well as log storage. This model is rated to heat up to 1,800 square feet. In our first burn video, I show you guys how to not only light your stove, but also how to break the stove in. So all of the paint and everything is new, so it's important that it's cured properly. So we're going to start with a small kindling fire. We let that burn down. Once that's burned down, we'll add in about 2 logs into our medium burn. Once that's burned down to a bed of coals, then we will go into our hot burn. So I'm excited to get this fire lit up for you guys today and show you how the Deco II burns. I'm going to load the firebox right now with my kindling. As always, good dry wood and no paper, no need for paper. Why? Paper smokes a little excess and it builds up a lot of extra ash as well. There's just no need for it when you have good dry kindling here. So this Deco II will hold an 18-inch log side to side. So with my kindling, I do a nice little teepee style. Want to get good airflow, and then I just put my torch up underneath. I burned a lot of these Drolet wood stoves and their bistro cook stove, which I have other videos on, and I've been impressed with every single Drolet stove I've burned yet, so I'm excited to light this one up today. Alright, I have my blowtorch handy right here, so I am going to go ahead and get it lit. Quick, you can hear it crackling already. Go ahead and close it. Once we get burning into the stove, I'll give you guys some temperature readings just so you can see how the stove heats up and what kind of temperatures to expect off the Deco II. You can see, I mean, it's burning super clean, no smoke, glass is clean. Off she goes. I'm about 20 minutes into this overall burn. You can see that that kind of hot initial flame and that hot burn is kind of fading into a nice bed of coals. I'm going to give you guys some temperature readings. Directly over the top of the stove, we're reading 360 degrees. Left hand front corner, 250 degrees. Back corners, 200 degrees. Right hand corner is 280 degrees. Back corner here is sitting at 240 degrees. And let's see, side panel readings on the left hand side, 237 at the top. The firebox, the log storage is at 72 at the bottom, which is how you're able to store wood down here. On this side, 260 degrees on the top, 70 degrees at the bottom of the storage base, so that's why you're going to have those greater clearances of 15 inches on the side, because the side panels on this particular model are going to be a little bit hotter. I'll update you guys through the burn process with more temperature readings. Here we are into the medium burn. It's burning nicely. Just a few logs in there heating up. Curing the paint on our first burn. Okay, I'm into my first burn. I am in my medium burn, which was basically 3 really small logs. Now I'm going to give you guys some temperature readings. Now keep in mind I'm breaking in the stove slowly, so this is not my hottest temperature. It's a medium burn, and I've been burning the stove about just over an hour now. So center cook plate here is 555 degrees. Front corner is at 430. Back corner is at 375. 444. Back right hand side is at 386. The air coming out of the back of the heat shield is sitting at a temperature of about 200 degrees right now. Top of the side panel, whoa, 409 degrees at the top. Log storage is at 98 now. And 464 at the top on this side. Bottom base is at 82 degrees. So these are going to be our medium temperature readings. I am 2 hours into my overall total burn, which means I'm nearing the end of my medium burn. As you can see here, the fire is starting to die down and cool off, so I'm going to spread out my coals and then head into my hot fire with multiple logs. Okay, I am headed in for my hot burn right now. You can see the stove is taking off very nicely. Keep in mind, I'm not trying to obtain the longest burn times right now. I'm running the stove on high, wide open, and I'm basically controlling it based on the amount of fuel that I'm putting into the stove in order to burn and cure the stove properly so that the paint settles nicely, and to also burn off any toxic material before it's used for installation inside a home.
Here you can see that fire is taking off. Very nice. Rages pretty good.
We are about 3 hours into this first burn, and I want to give you guys the hot temperature readings on the stove. Center of the stove here is at 667 degrees. Front corner is at 540. Back corner is at 500. Right hand side of the stove is at 538. Back of the stove is at 462. Hot air coming out of this heat shield is about 288 degrees. Side panel on the stove, 540 degrees at the top. The base is reading 122. This side of the stove is going to be reading at the top 560 degrees. The base is 105 degrees. So these are going to be our hot temperature readings on the Drolet Deco II. We're at the end of our high burn in the Deco II. So this is those 2 logs that we're burning on high. It burnt for a total of about 2.5 hours. So now I'm going to stoke up the stove and get it going for an overnight burn tonight. The stove definitely takes off super quick, so this is the hot burn now. I've reloaded it, and I'm going to actually damper the stove all the way down. And so you can see instantly the airflow reduction. So we're gonna see how long it burns tonight.
Here we have the stove dampered down, so it's like fully loaded. The glass is burning nice and clean. It's a pretty slow roll, so I think we should get a pretty good burn time out of here.
If you guys enjoy these first burn videos, I really do try my best to answer your guys' questions and present you with all of the information you might possibly want to know on the stove before making the purchase. If you guys enjoyed this burn video on the Deco II, please don't forget, give me a thumbs up, click the subscribe button in the corner of the channel. Thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful day.